Hello and welcome back to the Loot Cave. If you haven't watched Session 0 yet, go ahead and do that. We did character creation. I just kind of rambled a little bit. But here we are for Session 1. Did I say Session 1 or Session 0? If you haven't watched Session 0, make sure to do that. Welcome to Session 1. The adventure begins in our Low Magic Age campaign. So we have our 4 adventures, and we've just started out just fresh out of character creation. So here we go. I'm going to try to do voices. It's been since 2019 since I played D&D. I did a lot of DMing. I always tried to give voices. I have absolutely no idea how this will turn out and how it will sound being recorded. So we'll definitely see how it goes. It could be pretty hilarious, and it's probably going to be very terrible. So here we go. A young woman sits beside you, looking down with some concern painted over her face. Goddess bless. You're finally awake. How do you feel? Do you remember what happened? I feel dizzy. Who are you? Did you save me? I am Aline. We found you passed out along the beach. Yeah, I'm not great at keeping that voices going. I'll try though. You're an adventurer, aren't you? But not from this land. The lady looks you over and asks, are you here alone, or were you with companions? I came with several adventurers. Did you see them? So I might change voices for characters as we go. We'll see. I'll eventually kind of settle in. If I did forget to mention, we are going to make this about 20 to 30 minutes a session. So uh, make them nice and kind of bite-sized. We only found you. My companion Todd. What a name for an adventurer, Todd. Has been searching for others, but as of yet has uncovered no clues to where they may be. We must make haste to track them, for many monsters wander along this stretch of coastline. Aline anxiously explains. We'd better prepare for a fight should you wish to save your companions. Are you ready? Yes, let's go at once. I don't want to risk losing any of my friends. Okay, you wake up on a strange beach. It turns out the Lady Aline, a member of Adventurers Guild, saved you while your companions were missing. Many problems remain, but to be solved, the most urgent one is find your companions. Clues may be found by tracing the coastline in your search, so we'll travel to the destination. This is kind of also the tutorial for how to play. By default, the world is set to paused, everything including your party is at rest. When you click any reachable location on the map, time starts to pass. The world goes around and your party moves to the target location automatically. Until the end of the move, the world is still again. Okay. So we just click and you see everything's moving, our timer's going. Get over there. While searching the coastline, you find some obvious signs of a struggle written upon the sands of the beach. You see a smattering of messy footprints, some human-sized, but most smaller. Fortunately, after further exploration, you make a discovery. A backpack, buried in the sand and a few scattered potions, your companions' belongings. You must you use tracks to determine which direction they headed. Onward! Very well. So we obtained a crossbow, a bolt, potion, and a potion. So, of course, we have our quests, and let's go ahead and head in here. So, we already have a light crossbow and some bolts. Aline's got a mace, and what is that? Shield, okay. And that's a cleric. So let's go ahead and head over here. Of course, you can't zoom or move the map while it's paused, and it's not going to let me zoom out right now. So let's go ahead and head over here and see what we find. Aline, goblin! A young fighter rushes at you with 2 goblins trailing behind. Spears sail over his shoulders and impale the ground just in front of you. At this point, I just kind of look at my players and be like, roll initiative. So we're going to go ahead and draw our weapons. We're in combat. Okay. So how combat works, it's turn-based. Each round's activity begins. I'll go ahead and say, if you want to read the rest of this, go ahead and pause it. And we'll come back in on it. I'm not going to read every single text box for this. So it looks like that is us. No, this is Aline. Okay, so she's gonna move over here. We gotta kind of find them. We'll defend. There it is. Okay. So we got 2 goblins. So Todd. Okay. Once again, go ahead and pause. Spells consume components and so forth. That's our components. So if we want to summon an elemental, we can't move. And I found elementals to be incredibly powerful. So, yeah. His turn, he's going to come around, he'll attack as well. What's our range? We can hit. We'll go ahead and move up as well. Come on, get him. There we go. Oh, okay. Just kind of explain attacks of opportunity, but very well. 960 XP per character. Got some lockpicks, good, and belt of incredible dexterity. We're going to hold on to that. We're going to want our rogue to have that. Those damned goblins. The young fighter must be the companion Todd that Aline mentioned. After cursing the foul little beast, Todd reports the results of his search. Your companions have been taken away by a band of goblins. Unfortunately, the bulk of them broke camp by the time I picked up the trail. I killed 2, no, 3 of them. The rest are no doubt with your friends. How are my companions? Are they hurt? Sorry, I couldn't see them clearly from such a long distance. They were still on their feet, though, so I doubt any are gravely wounded. I get the feeling Todd's kind of like that young upstart fighter. And, of course, what shall we do now? We should move towards Spike's fortress immediately, Todd says hastily. If we're lucky, we'll reach Spike's fortress in time to save your companions. Yeah, let's go. So we're heading up this way. Yay, I can move the map a bit. Looks like I'm max. No, it's not letting me zoom in and out. Hopefully we'll be able to do that soon. Spike's Fortress. As the name describes, it can be easily identified from such a long distance as this. However, there's no time to enjoy the scenery. You find those damned goblins outside the building. They mill about a strange statue preparing something without entering the fortress, leaving your companions practically unguarded. Here's our chance. With a nod, you look at each other and pull out your weapons. Roll initiative, boys. Now, I probably should have leveled up my wizard, but, that's fine. We got some trees here. Go ahead and defend, Todd. Okay. That is our person, so we definitely want to summon us our elemental. And then our elemental will take its turn after us. And Aline. Okay. Well, we'll get there eventually. So we'll head over here. I don't think they can walk through the trees. So that's at least, we got a nice little defensible section here. There they are. Miss. Good. Okay, we'll kind of zoom in on the action. We'll get our fighter in front. Get him defending. Okay. We're out of casts of magic missile, so we'll go ahead and shoot a bow or a crossbow at him. I have found that crossbows on spellcasters in this game seem to be an extremely good idea. Nice, fishing out that crit. Okay, flanking. Yep. +2 bonus if your opponent is threatened by a character or creature friendly to you on the opponent's opposite border or opposite corner. So pretty basic flanking rules. Works really good with rogues as they get that sneak attack. So 40% chance. Well, we took our shot. There we go. That nice little cleave going on. Okay, master. Ooh, nice. Our fighter might have to have that. Breastplate definitely for the fighter if he's not well armored. Some supplies, that's good to have. Excuse me. Courage and persistence finally pays off. Your companions are rescued with minimal casualties. Let them recuperate in the nearby towns and they'll be good as new. Aline suggests you head to Lud. Lud is an outpost manned by the Adventurers Guild in the Eastern Continent. Lud is an ideal place to rest and resupply adventuring parties. Aline will take care of getting you registered with the Adventurers Guild so that you may follow up with them. Although you and your companions may have a lot of questions such as what happened to your ship, you don't have any time to dwell on them. Foreign adventurers shipwrecked in a strange continent would find heeding Aline's advice to be undoubtedly your best and only option at this moment. Wow, the railroad. Okay. So we got our reward. And we got our companions. So, Belt of Giant Strength and an invitation letter. Okay. According to Aline, you decided to take a break in Lud. Meanwhile, Aline will see the affairs of getting your... you checked into the Adventurers Guild for follow-up. Okay, so this shows we do have skills and level up here and some skills available here. Looks like Lud is actually really close, so go ahead and get that off. And we can come here, level up our character. Our wizard leveled up. So we can multi-class. I haven't played around with that. So we definitely just want to keep this here. So we'll pick up Burning Hands and Shocking Grasp. That's it for the level up. And everyone has something. So let's go ahead and get our gear situated. You're an int base. You're fighters. So you're our strength based fighters. So dexterity will give you the belt. Scale mail 5, 6, +2 max dex. Well, we're not getting dex bonus on this character anyways. We'll go ahead and put that on you. Our rogue is in leather, and we wanted our rogue to have our dexterity belt. We'll definitely move this here, move that there, move that there. Heroism. Disinfect when imbued. See, I've never used these potions, so I don't know if they're limited time or if they're last forever. I like to keep my lockpicks at the end of everything I'm keeping. Everything else is kind of up for sale. So our fighter has a short sword. Okay. Rapier. That's good. 20 dex, 20 strength. That's real nice coming straight out the gate. Real nice. Scale mail. Okay. And we've got a mace and a shield. And we can set up different weapon sets, which, you know, not too bad. So in combat, we can switch between weapons. Let's go ahead and get our skills taken care of. So that's, yeah, so we're gonna be just a moment. We definitely want their concentration up. Intimidate, bluff. Modifier. None of our trade skills yet. We'll at least try to give everyone one in all of these. I like how it does highlight in green skills that are used by my class. Of course, once you've clicked something, you cannot, yeah, we'll sync the rest into our conduct. You cannot undo. So I definitely made mistakes there, but it'll be okay. Okay, so our rogue, no, our fighter. We'll take that up. They already have some stuff there. Give you some mounted skill. Handle animal skill, sure, why not? So, let's see here. I think we'll sink. Yeah, we've already sunk everything into Intimidate. I've not gotten mounts in the game yet, so, like, I'm decent ways in. I'm, you know, about 10 hours into my other one. So, let's see here. Those, okay, yeah. Listen, we need all the way up, and I'm thankful there's a lot of skill points there. We need search as high as we can get it. We need to be able to get this as high as we can, and we will sink everything we can into opening locks. That's going to be very important, because our rogue is going to be the person doing that. So, hide, sleight of hand, use rogue, escape artist. Might be a good idea. Move silently. We'll up. Let's see here. Okay. So we'll go ahead and sink much as we can into hide, and we'll get a little bit more on sleight of hand. We're not really a thief, we're more of an assassin type, I want to say. And our cleric, only 4 skill points on the cleric, so we're gonna want to be very careful. Spellcraft, magical aptitude, yeah. Okay. Definitely want to drop what we can into healing, because that's this guy's purpose. So, okay. Off onto adventuring we go. So we got through the tutorial for the most part. We're got a little bit further in. Yellow Skull, we want to avoid them, because that group of monsters would probably wreck us. But yeah. So at some point I am going to start telling D&D stories. I've played a lot of D&D. So I do have some stories, but we're going to kind of try to get into this one a little bit first, and then we'll get to it from there. So we've traveled to Lud. According to Aline, you decide to take a break in Lud. Meanwhile, Aline will see to the affairs again. Yep, we traveled there, so we got 100 XP per character and 200 gold. Sufficient combat prowess and adequate supplies are essential for a qualified adventuring party, no matter what is in front of you. So we need 10 supplies and 5 to our party. So our group is going to have to... Well, there's that one done. But we're going to have to hire. Let's go ahead and go to the adventurers. So our choice is double rogue or double cleric. Rogue. Let's see here. Skills. Okay. What's this one do? Disable device, open lock. We'll go ahead and go with Niga. And hey, we finished this quest. Woo! Aline has prepared the necessary procedures for you, and now you can report for duty in Nathbal, the Adventurers Guild headquarters. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. We got 5 people. Let's see, newcomer registration, so we gotta go do that. So, Niga looks like they are a ranged rogue. And we're a melee rogue. That works. We'll give you the bolts. I guess we use this in combat, because I know you can use different potions and stuff in combat. That might be good. So we'll save that one for a rainy day for right now. Close out this. Now what we are going to do, we can do trading and play the market and try to get rich. How much gold do we have? Not enough to really do anything decent with it. We'll go ahead and sell that. Can't use this, and this isn't good for us right now. We'll pick up all the bolts they have, since we're using 2 characters with crossbows. I can pick up another short sword whenever. Simple tools, okay. So we'll go ahead and trade. And then we'll head out of town. And looks like we gotta travel way over here. Okay. So off on the road we go. And we can probably take them. So let's go ahead and go for the dwarves. So our road goes first. We're going to pull them up this way, and we'll see how that works. We definitely want them to defend. So we can use an item. So yeah, okay. Didn't register the click. So there we go. We'll go ahead and turn the battle music down just a bit. Get this over. We'll pull our cleric up this way. We'll kind of form a line. And our fighter, he'll take the lead. And you know, I don't want to use an elemental yet. So we'll pull her here. Come on. Bring it on, guys. Yep. So I want to see how this fight plays out without using an elemental. Because I know if we use an elemental, it's gonna... Our rogue's going, so we'll go ahead and come in, we'll just attack. Dwarf speed. Yeah, sweet, missed. Good. We will move him here, and we're going to set up for the flank. Shoot him. We'll go ahead and start whittling these guys down. I want her to get that nice sneak attack one off. Okay, there we go. So we can heal him. So we have 4 uses of Cure Wounds. Turn, which is for Undead, and Bless. We'll go ahead and have him smack. Oh, nope. He definitely missed. Our fighter, on the other hand... So we're here. She goes next, so we'll hit him. Should have used the magic missile there for the guaranteed hit. We definitely need to heal him. We're going to go ahead and start whittling down their damage per round. Fighter went down. Okay, you know, first level troubles. We're going to not make that mistake. And, yeah, get you there. So, death is not permanent. We can have them resurrected. It just costs some money. But there have been games where, you know, first level parties charge. Oh, yeah, the straight line thing. So if you move enough, you get a bonus to your attack. But yeah, so I've had some games where an entire party of level 1 characters, 5 or 6 of them, gets wiped out in a single combat. And, you know, I'm not trying to kill them, but that just kind of happens. So we can go over here, and we should be able to resurrect our fighter. Yeah. 80 gold. Okay. So, went down. It'll be okay. We'll see how it goes. So we have 3 level up. So it looks like if you go down in a fight, you don't get the XP for it, which, you know, that's good. It is a light weapon, so we'll throw that there. Our rapier is a finesse weapon. I forgot to add these to him. So we'll go ahead and do that. Close this, and we'll go ahead and save. Very important in this game to make sure you save. It's set to autosave by default every 10 days, but that can be a little bit of time for that. So we'll go ahead and go to the shop. And we don't really have the money to be buying much of anything, but we'll go ahead and get, you know, the gold for that. And this is where I'm going to go ahead and cut session 1. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment. Hopefully, you know, you're enjoying this series, and I'm so far enjoying making it. And hopefully it gets more interesting as we go. We're still in, you know, that beginning part of the game. For these first few episodes in the series, I'm going to not make any cuts on them. You know, after we kind of get through that beginning section, I'll start cutting out, you know, some travel time and stuff like that. But thank you for joining me, and we'll see you in session 2.